Bam, 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 bam. First thing first, I must include chat. Update. Chat. Perfect. Hopefully that comes through okay. Let's do test. Does that show up? It doesn't seem to show up. Why isn't it showing up? There we are. Perfect. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Alright, but I don't want... What don't I want? I don't want all that text. Chat fix. So let's... animations, no animations. Animation layout. Reverse, no, I don't want any of that. Timestamp message. Man, I can't believe my chat reset. That's so annoying. Background color. Let's do this. See what happens. Okay, so it's fully black, which is not what I want. So let's go like this. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. It's alright. It's not the best. I'll have to do it some other time. I don't know why it reset itself. But that's irrelevant right now. Ba, 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 ba. Let's get the comments up and ready. Comments. Right. Let's move this over. Okay, so I think the text is just going to have to stay there as it is. Actually, let me try one more thing. Text time lapse. Time lapse. Where's the time lapse? Bam, bam. All right. So once I do this, I'll start replying to the comments. Time weighted? No, not time weighted. Animated removal, old messages. But it's still there, right? That's not cool. Slide, reverse slide. You know what? Forget it. Animate in. And animate out. Right, let's try this now. All right, I'm done. That's it. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so what I want to do now is... Bum, bum, bum. Perfect. Comments. Now, my Forbidden Planet video is still getting so much attention, which I'm pretty happy with. The only thing is, a lot of my subscribers are American, as I mentioned before, but that's not really going to affect me personally. It just means that most of the people that are subscribed probably won't understand a lot that's going on, because you kind of need to know the geography of England to understand how far everything is. But in the meantime, I'm going to reply to some comments. All right, where are we? Yeah. Well, what happens if I make this shorter? Hopefully it doesn't affect anything. Okay, Sarah commented on the shopping vlog. Closest Forbidden Planet, or my first closest Forbidden Planet, is the Newcastle store. It's a shame you didn't get a chance to stay there longer. No, that is true. I'm very upset. But I will most likely be going there again. My brother lives up in Newcastle, so it's not too far away. But yeah, 5 minutes I think was enough to get what I needed. I was pretty scared. 5 minutes was all I needed. And yes, it would have been nice to stay longer. Newcastle is a beautiful city. Liked and favorited. And then CB, same video, says, whenever you go back to Forbidden Planet store, can you film a little longer, because I want to know what they have, as it's quite far away from me. The only thing is, you could probably find this information if you just search through YouTube. I'm sure there's loads of people that have done vlogs for the Mega store. But to be honest, it can change from a day-to-day basis. I've been in there at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock shortly after it opened, and then there wasn't much there, so I done what I needed to do for the whole day, and then I decided just to go back at like 6 o'clock, and they had restocked during the day, and they had different manga that wasn't there in the morning, and a lot of the stuff that was there had already been sold. People would come in and ransack the place. So I think if you're going to search beforehand, especially nowadays with comic books being or manga books being sold out almost instantly, there's almost no point in asking or knowing what it is, what they have in store. You might as well just go there and see if they have it or not. Plus they have an online store, you can always just book things online. Let me just quickly, there we go. What am I saying to him? Next time I'm down and can record, I'll be sure to do so. Though I'm sure there's already a video on YouTube of the store. The stock changes on a day-to-day basis, so it's always just worth going anyways. Reply. Born, how's it going? Wasn't expecting another stream so soon. So I tried to stream on Mondays. Originally I was uploading videos every Sunday. And then I missed a couple of Sundays and just done it on the Monday, and now I just kind of just do it on Monday. But last week my internet crashed on the Monday. Tuesday I had to go shopping, and so I just ended up doing it on Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day it was. But yeah, I want to try and do it at least once a week. So Monday it is. But how's things? How was your weekend? Did you play more Dark Souls? Dark Souls? Elden Ring. Same thing. Right. Next comment. Notorious Natu. Such a fun video. Love your enthusiasm for the hobby and everything you put into your videos. Thank you. I always get a bit weird when people say that they like my videos. I kind of just put things out there just because I want to. I don't really seek recognition from anyone. And I never really know how to reply. Thanks. I'm glad you think so. I feel all us collectors show a great passion for manga. Reply. Born! You're always one of the first people to comment. But then again, once I end the stream, I shove you off straight away to the video and beg you to like, although you don't have to comment. Dorohedoro, I think I don't think I'm ever gonna collect the whole thing. If it took you 8 months to collect it, then yeah, I think it's gonna be more difficult for us. Everything goes almost out of stock instantly. We don't have that many comic book stores. We literally have 2 or 3 different franchises: Forbidden Planet, Traveling Man, and then everything else is just Amazon, eBay, and then the online stores, really, which most of America have access to as well. Let me do capital months! Exclamation point. I have no shop, but I'll collect what I can. Yes, most of the manga is 342 as long as it has the sticker. But they're easy peel, so there's no big deal. Just like New Division said. I'll give him a thumbs up as well. Da, 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 da. Ba, ba, ba. And Josh, I watched his Fellowship of the Ring video the other day, which I couldn't get behind. It's too wordy for me. I think it's too old. Or maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm too young. I don't know. It's just difficult to... the Lord of the Rings books are hard to read. So he read Nisekoi. He said it was it sounds like it was okay. It's a rom-com, right? I can only expect an average score as not many people talk about it now. Looking forward to reading though. And I don't know if I should get another or just suck up Paradise volume damage. Sag. It's upsetting because I reckoned Forbidden Planet would probably allow me to swap the book, even though it was in such poor condition, considering it was, I think, 7 days. Well, within 7 days, I could have taken it back. That was the next time I went to a Forbidden Planet. But it's been over a couple of months now, and I don't think I'll be able to return it. So I'm lumbered with it. Whether or not I'll get another one, I don't know. Probably not. And then Kev. Kev was in chat not too long ago. Glad you enjoyed yourself, brother. The video was great. I was anxious for you, with you waiting to see if you would make it to the last Forbidden Planet, and I did. Dude, I was sweating buckets on the train up there. I like to think I'd be happy either way, but glad I made it. I'm happy you enjoyed the video. Like and reply. What? And this is We Shay. That is not English. I don't even know what language this is. Snow Queen? Snow Queen? Snow Queen Homo. Yeah, I don't even want to guess what type of language it is in case I insult someone. I'll give it a thumbs up. And that's it. Josh! How's it going? Ah, Born. Did you replace it? I think you could send it back to Amazon. I've had a couple that have come from Amazon. You could just send it back and they'll just give you a complete refund. Did you end up replacing it completely? Or did you just not bother getting the volume in at all? Although you did say exchange. You may or may not be working right now. You bad boy. Born is also working. Born tends to work Monday to Friday. Around this time. In the UK at the moment, it's 11 minutes past 8 in the evening. I'll keep quiet so your boss doesn't know that you're working and watching YouTube videos at the same time. I'm glad you finished Fellowship of the Ring, by the way. I personally, it was difficult for me. It was difficult for me to read. Okay, last one. You boys are evil. I would say leave, but then I'd have no one to talk to at all. Tino Dollars. He's mentioned he was in stream, I think last week, and he mentioned about Marshall and Undead Unlock, and he's still not too sure which one to pick up, if at all. I think a lot of people tend to go based on other people's recommendations, and if there's a lot of people that are saying yeah it's good, but still a lot of people also saying it's just as bad, they don't tend to just follow through. I think anything shonen, or especially in Weekly Shonen Jump, you should just read the Viz. Read them on Viz, and if you like them, you like them. Even if you don't have a paid account, you could just watch it, read it for free. The first 3 chapters, I think it is, you get for free. So you could just read those. And if you really want to, just read it online somewhere. It's not too difficult to find. Dude. No, let's not start like that. I'll just say I don't think you'll find many series that are overly praised. You'll always find those who dislike it. You should give it a try on the Viz site / Shonen Jump app. That's my best advice. You'll know within a few chapters if it's for you. But Marshall is great and Undead is okay. It gets really good. Like maybe, well, I don't have the volumes, but by chapter like maybe 20, it starts to get really good. Oh, heart and like, and that is it. That is all my comments replied to until I refresh. And then somebody normally tends to like instantly and reply to something. I don't know why, but my chat seems to not reload properly, which is a little bit annoying. Ba, ba, bum. Right, next thing's next. I need to update my manga spreadsheet with everything that I read last week and also an unboxing as well. So let's get my spreadsheet open. Spreadsheet open. Right, so today, or last week, sorry, I read, how many did I read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 volumes last week. I was reading roughly around 2 a day. And I think on Sunday I only read 1 volume. Sadly. Bang! Does this work? It's all synced. Perfect. You are the gold standard of employers. You are. You are the gold standard. Because without you, your employers would, I don't know, they'd have no clients. They'd have no business. Nothing, the business wouldn't run without you. Okay, so this week I read 15 volumes. I read volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of Promised Neverland, and then 7 volumes of Dragon Ball Super. Now, Dragon Ball Super isn't written, or I think it says story by Akira Toriyama, but I don't know how much, if it's all him or if he has like other people helping him out. But the art is definitely not done by him, although he has a lot of the art redrawn. I believe the assistant that started helping out with the Dragon Ball Super movies back in 2015, I think when the series got resurrected, he started to do the art for Dragon Ball Super. And the first thing I've noticed with this in comparison to Z is that it's a lot more dialogue heavy. And I don't know, I think the series has just gone, it's been power crept so far that we've just gone into the stratosphere. We literally just got into the multiverses and universes and gods that are in charge of gods and gods that are in charge of those gods and gods of everything. I feel like it's got a little bit ridiculous. I personally would have been happy if it finished at the Cell Saga. However, I am enjoying the series. I've just entered the Tournament of Power, and I must say that the fight scenes aren't as dynamic. I've gone through, I'm actually currently reading volume 8 at the moment, and I can't think of any one page or panel or even chapter that sticks out as iconic as scenes from Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fact that the Dragon Balls kind of just protect the story from anything. People who die can just be revived. Planets that disappear can just be brought back. It's like there's no sacrifice. There's no, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for. There's no tension on the line. Every time someone says they're going to come and destroy the planet, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And if they do, then we'll just wish them back with the Dragon Balls. And even when Piccolo dies, there's always a way to bring someone back. But the fight scenes are really good. And to be honest, maybe I'm just biased because I grew up with these characters, but I absolutely love them. Goku, Vegeta. Gohan's a bit of a wussy though. He's kind of chickened out. Yeah, I think, Josh, I think you might be right. I think he just reviews it because even in the manga books, he mentions that he sends the storyboards or the panels to Toriyama, and then he'll sometimes change a few bits. That's the word I was looking for. There's no steaks. There's no meat. No meat and veg. Actually, it's all veg. It's all just lettuce. But yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, it just seems really meh. And I think the dialogue heavy moments just drag on because I'd have no real connection to some of the new characters. What I will say though is that the character designs are very, very good. I know you notice quite early on that Toriyama's designs are very similar. If you compare all the Dragon Quest games, a lot of the main characters look the same, all the enemies look the same. Obviously, he reuses a load. But even in Dragon Ball Z, a lot of the enemies are very similar. They will have, the bad guys will have 3 transformations. They will have similar assets like cone ears, or they'll have like the dome head, and their chest will always be the same with the little tiny like emblem just underneath their chest and their abs, all the bad guys. In this, like Beerus, some of the other gods of destruction, some of the other bad guys, they look so much different, yet still got that Toriyama flair, which is nice. So the character designs are impressive. I like this clown dude. I can't remember his name. Bolden. And then there's a fox guy as well, who is a god of destruction. He looks pretty cool. Yeah, Gohan's all into his studies, which is cool. I mean, it was inevitably going to happen at some point because there's no one around to threaten the earth. So I guess what else are you going to do but go into infinite peace. Freeze had 4 forms. He had his base, then he had his like bigger form. Yeah, he did have 4 forms. I lie. You are correct there. You know why? I always forget the one that looks like Alien, because when I watched it in the anime, it was over quite quick, and I think in the manga it's also over in like 2 chapters. So I always forget that one. I don't think he done too much in that one. In his first form, well, you see him for a long time during that form. In the second form, he kills Krillin, which is the big thing, and then obviously his final form. And the third form, you just forget. And then I guess his 5th form is this golden Frieza thing. And then I've decided to reread Promised Neverland, which is honestly just a page turner. I can't help but stay up all night reading the page. The only thing I try not to do is read too often, because I would stay up all night reading this. I remember watching the anime season 2 and being very disappointed. I only ever read up to I think where I am now, volume 8. So everything after this is new. And then I watched the anime, and yeah, I was very thoroughly disappointed. But I'm really enjoying this. I've got no issues with it so far. I'm just interested to see if it ends similar to the anime. If it does, it does, but I'd like to see the journey between now and the ending, because I'm still 12 volumes behind, and most of it I don't think was adapted. Sorry. My favorite Dragon Ball Z game, probably on the PlayStation 1. This is how old I am. On the PlayStation 1, they had Dragon Ball. I think it was just called. I don't know if it's called Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Final Bout. It was a 2D fighting game. That was pretty sick. But I've played pretty much all of them. I played Budokai. I played all the new ones. What are they called? The Xenoverse. games. I played those. The only one I haven't played is the new Kakarot game, because I've played enough Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Budokai that you kind of just play through the story over and over again. CB, how's it going? Yeah, Budokai 3 was really good. The only thing I didn't like about Budokai 3, if this is Budokai 3, either one of the Budokais, you had to equip each character with capsules, and they could only have a certain amount of capsules. So if you wanted to turn Super Saiyan, that would be 1 capsule. If you wanted to turn Super Saiyan 2, that would be 2 capsules. Let's say Goku could only hold 4 capsules. Well, if you want to turn Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, then that would take up 3 capsules, and then the last spot would be for one other special. So let's say it was the Kamehameha, which would take up 1 capsule, which means he couldn't do anything else. He couldn't do the Spirit Bomb or the Genki Dama, or whatever you want to call it. He couldn't do Solar Flare. He couldn't do basically any other ability, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it's been a long time since I played a Dragon Ball Z game. Oh, you know what I really liked? I think it was called Legacy or Legends. It was on the Game Boy Advance, and you played as Goku, and it was all pixelated, and you started off fighting Raditz, and then you went all the way to fighting Frieza, and then they had a second game which I didn't play, and you go through the Cell and the Buu saga. That was really good. But then again, that's, I think, just nostalgic talking because I played it when I was a kid. Yeah, Bout had the GT characters in it as well. I don't know if did it have Baby? I don't know if it had Baby when he was like Baby, or if he was just the Golden Ozaru. Final Bout was great. I think the characters are too iconic, and I don't think they'll ever die. I was actually really surprised that they decided to continue the series with Super. One thing that I've noticed though, reading Super, is that it's completely different from the anime and the movies. So the movies came out first, and then the anime and the manga started roughly around the same time, although the anime was elongated so much and the quality was so poor. But the storytelling is slightly different. In the Future Trunks section, the ending is different, how they defeat the final boss there. And even the Tournament of Power that I'm reading now, someone's died that didn't die in the in the anime. All in all, I think the anime is slightly better, just for specifically for Super, because a lot of it is fighting and it looks really good animated. I don't know. I feel like Toriyama's shine on his art just isn't really replicated in Super. Watch or read Spy Family? It's hard. I think it depends what you've got time for. I think they're both great. I think the voice acting is really good. I didn't like Anya at first, but she's really grown on me the last few months. Last couple of weeks. I found her annoying at first. You know, I think she's cool. The manga books are quite dialogue heavy. If it takes a long time for you to read, but it's really good. It's like I would say it's 1 for 1. There's no issues with it. Reading it or watching it, I think they're both the same. I think they're both great. I would say both. Do both. I would say watch it and then continue reading it. How about that? It's easier to watch it, and then you'll get a feel of it, and then afterwards you can just go ahead and read it. You think the timing of the jokes is better? I think it's always difficult with jokes, especially when like they interrupt each other during sentences. There's always that small pause. The ad-libs that Anya comes up with, though, in the comical moments, the voice actor's done a very good job with her. I think most manga collectors will always recommend the manga first. There's normally a lot more detail. I saw a image, it was Attack on Titan panel, and then the frame from the anime, And the anime looked good, but when you compare it to the manga, which had so much more detail with the clothes and the swords and the blood going everywhere, you could definitely tell that those 2 frames, the manga was far superior. But I think what the anime obviously adds to it is the music, the motion, and like just the sense of scale of everything. But Born, I don't think you're wrong. All right, I actually have 2 parcels as well. So I've got a couple of packages. I think I've got probably 3 volumes. So in here I have, what is this? What is this? Ah, this is a volume 2 of Donuts Under the Crescent Moon. Last stream, I did a recommendation buyout. So I took a load of recommendations that I've had and did basically a random number generator. I've shoved them through marbles, a little marble race. And this is one of the winners. I haven't found volume 1. It is on back order, but I might just download it so I can read it and then read volume 2 as well. You think the Attack on Titan anime is better than the manga? To be fair, if you said that for the first couple of volumes, I wouldn't say you're wrong. Because the art definitely leaves something to be desired. There's definitely not as much detail. I think he discovered screen tones around volume 3 or 4. Because he just started screen toning everything. All the characters were just screen toned. And it just made it look a little bit more 3-dimensional. But it gets better. But to be honest, I think the story is so good that you can easily overlook the poor drawings. And to be honest, I think it makes the Titans look even scarier a lot of the time. Just sometimes the characters look very similar. I know, it looks like it's just 2. And this is Pink. Also a winner of the Marble stream from last week. So I'll be reading both of these. I'm still waiting for, what was the other one that I had? It was Solomon. So I'm waiting for that. And I'm waiting for volume 1 of Donuts Under the Crescent Moon. But I'll be reading these today, most likely. Probably not this, but I'll be reading this today before I go to bed. And now, with that out of the way, it is manga update time. Bloop, bloop. Okay, so first I need to update what I read this week. So I read 15 volumes this week, which brings me up to 16, because on the 1st of April, May, I read, what did I read? I read volume 1. Nope. Volume 5 of Vinland Saga. So that brings me up to 16 in total, which is good. Let me add the comments. Can I just? I can. Dragon Ball Super. What did I get up to? Volume 7, I said. And then Promised Neverland. Volume 8. Right, what's my summary at? I'm at 44.58% read. Nearly at 50, which is good. So let's go for Dragon Ball Super, which is right here, which I've read 7. And then The Promised Neverland. Is that under the? Or just Promised Neverland? There we go. And I've read 8 of you. I could put you on behind. Let me put Super behind as well. Behind. And then I purchased Pink. So let's insert a row. Pink. It's volume 1. I own it. I have not read it. And these are irrelevant. And not started. Then the last one is Donuts Under the Crescent Moon. D. Oh, is that Doro? Yes. U comes after R. Donuts under the crest. Which should now put me at... I've only got up 2%. I've read so much. Hey, 2% is 2% though. So I'm at 46%. So next week, hopefully... it's unlikely that I'll get to 50. Because this is the most amount of volumes that I've read, I think, all... Let me have a look. I think this is the most amount of volumes that I've read all year in a week. Oh no, I read 18 and 20. What was I doing then? That was March? I don't know what I was doing. But I don't think I'll be able to get another 15. Even if I did. If I read another 15 volumes, let's just say read 15. So does it put me at 50%? Oh well, in 2 weeks then maybe. As long as I don't buy too much manga. Alright, I think that is it. I've done what I needed to do. I've gone live. Thank you guys for chilling with me for this small amount of time. What's it been? Half an hour? 40 minutes? Which is a normal stream for me. Oh, has anyone read this, by the way? This was actually surprisingly really, really good. What is it called? Super Smartphone. If you get a chance, it's free on the Viz Media app and website. Shonen Jump app, Viz Media website. It's super good. It's really interesting. One chapter. I'm interested to see where it goes. It's a smartphone, about a smartphone that can tell you anything, like Google. Except it can tell you things like how much money is in a specific area that has been dropped. It can tell you information about almost anything. You name it, it can give you information about it. There are restrictions which it goes through, which hopefully we'll be able to expand upon. There's a little bit of mystery behind the smartphone itself, because it's not quite sentient, but it does speak to the main character, who's called Q, like the letter Q. Strange. But yeah, it's good. I would recommend. What's first volume? So it's... How many pages is it? 57 pages. It's super good. I would recommend it. Yeah, it's really good. I've enjoyed it. I would recommend it. I was kind of like meh for the first... Literally for the first 20 pages, 20 pages is when you start to understand how it works. And it becomes quite interesting. But yeah, I thought it was good. I would easily recommend reading it. But yeah. But that's me for the evening. I'm not going to do any more. I'm actually going to go ahead and read Pink. Because the quicker that I can read these recommendations, the more I can request more. And if I can request more, that means there'll be more marbles, which means I can make more videos. And as always, before I leave, I do have a video that has just gone live. If you wouldn't mind giving it a quick like, you don't have to comment. Heck, you don't even have to click on it and watch if you don't want to. But if you do click on it, please just let it run into the background, at least past the first 30 seconds. That way it gets recommended to other people as well. Thank you. But yeah, I would definitely recommend reading Super Smartphone. And if you don't like the premise, then you don't have to continue it after that. But I think the premise is, I think, quite solid. And I'm excited to see where it's going to go. It could go down like a Death Note sort of route. Not in the sense of like people killing, but just the mystery behind it all. It could be good. Yeah, I hope I enjoy Pink as well. You guys said it's good, so... Well, I've had several people recommend it. But more recommendations in the future, hopefully. And more marbles. That'll be fun. Alright, well, hopefully work goes quick for you guys. And hopefully you are actually not being caught by your managers. Maybe I should stop streaming on weekdays and just go for weekends. But yeah, I'm out. Thanks for chilling with me. And I will see you all next time.